Hi, and welcome back to Tiffany Talks Tarot. This is a little review on my time with living the wands. Now, what I mean by living the wands is that I've been taking one of these cards in succession. So I started with the ace and ended with the 10 over the last 10 days. And I've been looking at my experiences and how they've been fitting in with them. I didn't just suddenly choose to start the wands because of what was coming up in my life. It's been synchronistic. So I started this journey 42 days ago now. And I started with the major arcana. And it's been fascinating to see what's been happening synchronistically in the divine timing with the cards that I am on. And if you've just seen my last video, you'll see what I mean. Sorry, fly. I'm trying to love the fly. It's like I've got a pet fly. But yeah, it's a bit of a practice. Anyway, so so what was I saying? With the Ace of Cups, that was so fascinating because that was my first day on a juice detox. And it wasn't planned. It just happened to be when I finished working on the swords, and it was just the next card. And the same thing has been happening with the Ace of Wands, because the day I left India was the Ace of Wands. And this felt like a reactivation. It was like, okay, now it's time to get on with your life. Kind of energy. So I was flying all day. I was up in the sky like a rocket all day. I think it was like 18 hours or so, with 8 hours stopover in Oman, so a hot country, like desert like this, like Ace of Wands. So that was my day then. And I wasn't home after that. I actually stopped over the night in Heathrow, and I met my husband, and we currently live in different countries. He's currently in the UK and I am currently in Spain. And so, we had this kind of meetup going on here. The Two of Wands is very much about long distance partnerships and relationships. So I landed here in Heathrow in the UK just for one night, getting ready to get up in the morning and leave Heathrow, go overseas to Spain, and to have my husband with me. So that's what we did. We got on a plane, and we meant to meet my friend when we got to the airport. He was supposed to be picking us up, but with one thing or another, that didn't actually happen. So in the end, we needed to get 3 types of transport to get home. We needed to get a bus from Malaga Airport to Malaga City Centre. Then we needed to get a bus from Malaga City Centre to Granada. And then my friend picked us up from Granada. So that was the Three of Wands. And then we finally got home, which was really lovely. It was the first time that my husband has been here to my new place in Spain. And so that was really beautiful, except the boiler had broken. And this is the day that the boiler broke and got fixed. And yes, it took 5 of us. There was me, my husband, my friend, the letting agent, and my neighbour. Yeah, that's how many people it takes to fix a boiler. So that was the 5 of Wands. And then with the 6 of Wands, it was a sense of like, yes, we're going forward. I had very good news about a few things that I'd put out for that came back, and everything was starting to come together. The 7 of Wands, I have a little bit of a block with. I can't really remember what happened that day, but maybe it will come back to me. But the last 3 days are very fresh in my memory. Yes, 7 of Wands. Felt like a race against time. I had to drop my husband back to Malaga Airport. We couldn't find anywhere to stop, so I stopped in the road to let him out, and then I got beeped at, so I couldn't even say goodbye. I had to get back for clients. It was just like boom, 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 boom. Yeah, no time to do anything properly. That was the 7 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands I was really looking forward to, but the tarot gives you what you least expect always. And so what happened on the 8 of Wands was, well, I thought I was being inspirational, really, and I had an idea to get things going with something that I feel needed a bit of energy. And actually, you know, it didn't actually come completely to fruition. It was really good for the people that attended, but there was a real message that day of you can't help anyone that doesn't want to be helped. As much as you may want everybody to be together and aligned like this and going forward, you know, people have their own stuff going on, they have their own reality, they have their own perceptions, and you can only go with those that are in alignment with you at the time. And that was a really big lesson that day. And then on the 9 of Wands, I woke up with a pain in my back. It completely ceased just down the left side. It's still there now. It was so bad I could hardly walk. So I was like this all day. And then yesterday, my whole body was in absolute torture. And I really thought I was coming down with a virus. It was so achy. But today I've moved on to the Ace of Pentacles and I'm feeling a lot better. I will say that if you need a kickstart with your life, there's nothing like the Wands for it. The amount that I have achieved in the last 10 days has been absolutely phenomenal. And yes, it still feels in a way like it's created more. But this whole thing about living the tarot is phenomenal in itself. And sometimes we don't, this fly, sometimes we don't actually take into consideration how powerful the minor arcana are. It's all about the major arcana. And actually, in a way, the minor arcana can be incredibly powerful for sorting your life out on this level, because the major arcana is much more spiritual. It's much more working on a kind of intangible level, and it can be deep and it can be profound, but the actual benefits or results are a little bit harder to pin down. So it might be that you have lots of synchronicity and you're like, oh, that's really interesting, but what really is the results of that? What I found with living the minor arcana is that I can really see the results. So when I was on the swords, my whole mindset shifted. It was like a detox of the mind. It was so powerful. I'd gone from such a stressed, messy place that had been there for all year at least, if not longer. And it really changed my mindset, and it really put me in a much more healthy place mentally. And then, of course, the cups put me in a much more healthy place, actually physically, by doing a juice detox. And as I said before, that wasn't on purpose. It just happened to be the divine timing. And the Wands really have made me take a lot of action and sort out my life. I think I sorted out more this week than I had done in the whole entire year. And so, yeah, they're kick butt and they're exhausting. I've been sitting down and falling asleep. And the moment I sit down, I'm like an old man. But my God, my life is coming together. So, you know, if you want a mental detox, then go to the swords. If you want a gentle, loving, nurturing detox, then go to the cups. And if you want I need to get going with my life and get things sorted and start achieving things, go to the Wands. Okay, I look forward to telling you about the Pentacles once I've lived them. I'm on the Ace of Pentacles today, so I'll see you in 10 days for that video. Take care, bye.